Around here, no weapons seen, red shoes and a backpack. RTF 22. We'll check the new information. Okay. Victor 2, no. Victor 2, okay. RTF 18. We have any marked units available who can come to the east side of Emmental. Hey, Boston 1. Boston 1. You said you need units where, Emmental? UTL. You can send us a next call. East side, east entrance, door 1 and 2. East. 9M6828. Boston 1, if you want to start for 935 Vincent Court, 935 Vincent Court, shows return trip, caller son Isaac, 24-year-old Hispanic male, black shirt, black pants with causing issues.
Yes, I'm okay for now. There's a shooting going on at Lansing, at Michigan State University. I figured I'd go live. Chats everywhere else are horrible. People are spamming them with horrible comments. I was over it. I'm gonna play some like new stuff, and I'm also gonna play the scanner for now. That's just what I'm gonna do. So that way, because the scanner is very active right now.
1136. 136. Hey, speak that. Command cleared RTF 22, 634. I appreciate that, guys. Readers Mark, I'll figure out which one's sending next.
Now they said that they have taken 5 in to the hospital, some with life-threatening. Honestly, Cristola, this has taken my mind off of my own personal problems. So I just yeah. This is of course the suspect that we're looking at on the screen. However, they're having reports of shootings all over the place at the campus. So there's no telling how many, but they say there's only one active shooter.
5 officers, 104. Secure place, and they will remain here with her until copy. 1136. Can you check on unknown trouble, Grove Park apartment for male yelling? Yep. A-firm sent it.
So far they've went into 2 or 3 of the buildings that I know of. I know, but let's talk about something else because your anxiety may be heightened by this. I'm fine right now. I know. It's okay. I appreciate you worrying. But I feel like this is like 4 hours from me.
We're going to have 60 students locked down at the STEM building. Building is unclear. We could use one more team.
They are asking that parents and anybody off campus to stay off campus.
Near McDonald's, near Lake Lansing.
Yeah. I know. It's okay.
1762 is coming out. I need another unit to help clear. Appreciate it.
I just pray they get this guy. These guys, however many there is.
I believe there's approximately 60 more. Yeah, 13. Copy. Is there another RTF team that can help clear? I am Fertile. That's 13. We're going to help.
About 2 minutes before I went live,
17 is going to be at the STEM building.
There was active shooting going on in the Bryan building.
1615. Copy at the STEM building. Need another unit at the STEM building to help clear. Staging and Wilson, wait for my backup. Clear. 20 on full run the area here.
Oh, okay, Luann, I was just listening to it for a while on my scanner on my phone. Yeah.
On the STEM building to help clear with RTF 17.
They confirmed one shooter.
I think that's 13.
However, they're having multiple shootings being broadcasted on the scanner.
RT1's holding at Shaw. We can be mobile if needed.
I've been live for 5 minutes. 6 minutes
Yeah,
almost.
check on the area, 4804 South Penn, 4804 South Penn for suspicious person, white male, 6'250", gray hoodie, dark pants, had a stick, was beating on construction barrels.
Frank 38, is there anyone inside Emmons right now?
Yep, Officer Brandon.
Everybody's live
Yeah, we have
with
518
the
on the west
news
side of
coverage.
We're gonna go check it.
I figured I would just go
Copy,
live with the
another
scanner.
East side of Emmons. East side.
6-1 will be clear.
No, this isn't the news. We're just watching the news. We're watching like the live coverage and what they're showing. We're listening to the scanner.
No assignment. We are waiting at Brian to be sent somewhere. 10-4. Boston 6-1. I'm going to have you head towards the trouble subject, 2573 Abbott Road. The caller says Jenny Vicinata, 20-year-old Arabic female wearing a light shirt, green pants, no weapons, 96 issues. She's causing issues, does not live here. 10-4 now.
RTS 18, can you just have that group move around to the east side and we can do this all as one?
Yep, RTS 4, you clear on that?
Central Trooper 6.
Trooper 6. Boston 6-8, your welfare.
8 Boston 1.
What the fuck, dude?
Boston 1-1.
This right here just pisses me off. Watch this. This right here pisses me off. Stop screen, present screen. Watch this. This right here pisses me off.
It's going to be free roller northbound Harrison from Shaw, the east side of the road. Just one single
Which one
male.
is this?
Looks like a light colored pants. I can't
This
tell
one.
the
Yeah,
description
this
for
one.
longer
They're
hair.
just
Maybe a
seriously.
beanie. Walking northbound, shoulder checking.
Yeah, just standing there. Like, go help your teammates. Go fucking get the guy.
Look for him.
Okay. So
Well, I guess I understand they gotta protect that too, but
So,
But still, they could be with a searchlight or spotlight, flashing around or whatever.
I get info first before the news because I listen to my scanner. Yeah.
what's going on in MSG, so we'll have that later. You said
Okay, clear on that. 1136, just be advised. 8 Boston 1
Okay.
in the area. 1553 north.
Not only that, but listening to the scanner, you're getting the information that the news isn't giving. You know what I mean? Because a lot of times, as things are being reported, it's coming across the scanner. I mean, and I just figured I would play the coverage, but and listen to the scanner because you're getting firsthand as they're receiving the reports.
He's coming across the courtyard right now. We'll be
But other chats were pissing me off. They were such rude comments going on. I couldn't do it. I said I'll go live and I'll run scanner, and I know my chat's being watched. I can watch my chat. I mean, at least my chat will be watched. Nobody's gonna come in here and be spamming all that bullshit.
Student back to their door. I was knocking on the door there.
Okay.
NCS 11, we're out of STEM.
Copy.
Clear out call and clear out Clemens on fire towards 5 Street 2nd.
Never.
And the Sean's individuals.
Is there an available team that can go to the Harrison Roadhouse, receiving information of a male outside the Harrison Roadhouse screaming and put a backpack on the ground? Yeah, okay, bye.
521, we're right here.
Wow.
Copy. Yeah, it's gonna be a suspect wearing red shoes and a backpack.
Out at Harrison Roadhouse.
Copy.
QRF2. Your mobile, get to that.
When I first turned on the scanner, there was a report. A man said that there was a guy outside his house. He said, and if he comes closer to me, I'm going to put a bullet in his skull. And I'm like, oh my God.
RTS 3 has 4 operators that can head down there right now. We're
Like, everybody's panicking in that area, but you can't blame them.
Battalion 11 from Fire Center.
Roger, QRF 3, take that 7-minute time delay.
7-minute time delay.
That's 151.
Huh.
151 on Southwood.
That's awesome, Luann.
Good morning. 151 and 30 are going to be at Boston unit and 58. Good morning. Can you guys switch over? We only really got me as a dispatcher right now.
Instinct command from 16. Armstrong is clear all 4 floors. Everyone checked out.
4. Copy. All 4 floors of Armstrong are clear.
Windsor Township is in charge of staging 2, Battalion 11, fire down 6. RTF 29 has a perimeter secured around the Union.
That was RTF 29.
Go ahead, sir. 40.
Oh, that's weird. The scanner just got all dead
Meet,
quiet.
201 and Chief Hamill in front of the command center, please.
RTF 29.
Clear. Clear. Want to see here?
Badge 151. We are available.
924. I'm still on the west side of Union. I missed the last traffic.
29 he has perimeter. Battalion 11 from Fire Center.
Battalion 11, go ahead.
Badge 151. We had a weapons complaint. Caller was shot at by a silver SUV. They're going home to 900 Long Boulevard. We got multiple shots fired calls on it as well. You can make contact with them. 10-4.
I feel like,
Victor 2. Just suicide.
look, he has boobies. You said, Cristola. That dude has boobs. I said, when I saw your stream, I thought, cool, I can listen to the scanner with others. Yeah.
From High Street on Lake Lansing is going,
Hey, Local Mai, how are you?
Subject is?
If you just cross the road.
And one of them.
The medic, the east and over to take that call.
RTF 28, are you still at Owens?
RTF 28, we're available. Clear. Attention.
Ever. Okay, we were just getting information at Owens Hall East. Someone said that they think on the 5th floor the accused may be there. Unknown why, no description.
Okay. C. Owen Hall East or Holmes? East Lansing Medic 12 from Battalion 11. That's 13 in the area.
Owen Hall East, Owen East.
Clear, Owen East, 5th floor. Jennifer, give me just 1 second. I just got the email.
RTF 20. RTF 20.
10-4, thanks, brother.
We secured McDonald. We're available.
347 to that RTF. Stand by near that location to secure it. Correct. Fast heart race at the chemistry building. You can start that way, but do not leave the medic until you've got PD accompanying you.
I'm trying to find something.
Please.
I'm trying to find another news broadcast showing.
Victor 2 or Badge 13, do you have eyes on the accused still? 3-5.
Yeah, he's coming westbound Lake Lansing. We're trying to make contact, mostly. But
Clear that. Would you guys like the air? The same house.
really,
Never. Copy day.
yeah, male, jean jacket.
Oh shit. Well, this is the most recent updating that I have. There's confirmed 3 dead, 5 injured.
Hold up.
3 dead,
Yeah, call
5
it back up.
injured.
347.
Confirmed.
Fun.
said they had 100 bodies.
Right here.
3-1. Flash 13. Subject is shot himself. We need medics here now.
Suspect just shot himself.
There's 107 inside.
347.
The suspect just shot himself. They are calling for medic. Hey, boy.
100 bodies.
But the scanner on my phone picked this up. Yeah. My scanner's currently picking up a
Shot fire 2349. Subject down. DC-11 from Fire Center. 347, be advised, Lake Lansing and Larch. MSP found a subject who matched the description. When they made approach, he shot himself. I don't know if it's related, but it matched the description.
191,493 current listeners on my scanner alone. On what I'm listening to. If you take a yellowish dish
Copy.
kissing tits off screen. Oh, shush it! You better quit. Quit looking at my boobs.
Hold up.
My emoji.
347, Lansing Township, go up there to a desk. Do you have a mobile or team hanging up there?
Is there a mobile RTF team? Guys, Lansing
They're
is out
talking
with
about a
subject
fucking
at Lake
McDonald's
Lansing
order?
and Larch.
No.
The subject matching the accused description. Himself.
Yep.
2350.
One of the officers must have his mic open.
16 were mobile oil. Someone we're about to pull up.
Okay. Clear, I got medics around. Is it safe for him to come in? Officer Badge 784, Officer Payne with Meridian Township for your welfare. Officer Badge 784, Officer Payne with Meridian Township for your welfare.
Yeah, I got a cut.
Can you give me a way?
Okay, we're gonna go up and join Renry.
A red.
5 minutes on it?
Yeah.
Good. Copy.
Dispatcher 493, I sent the email to both you, 484, and 482. 1635, sir, medics.
Medics are relatively conscious, breathing. What's the status?
1136, he's not moving.
Clear,
Not
mail not
breathing.
moving? GSW in the head. Can you who is GSW?
Yes, in. I'm sorry, I was taking a hold of Mercy. You know, here.
DOA.
Clear on that, possibly a DOA. Medic's got to come in.
347, let MSP know they've got RTF 3 heading that way.
Copy.
Yep, starting CPR, send medics. Incident Command K902 from MSP K902.
So
I'm in that way as well. 147 Lake Lansing Road right now. We got a fire out here.
it sounds like
Clear, fire recovered.
as of right now, we got a DOA. The suspect has shot himself. It's a sad situation. It really is. Honestly, this was able to distract me from what's going on in my own personal life right now. I wasn't planning on going live, but I figured this is something that should, be known about that's happening in case anybody has loved ones there at MSU.
Jacket, black pants, red shoes.
We got no pulse still.
Clear, no pulse, continuing CPR.
Pulse 21.
And obviously, yes, you do hear my little one in the background. I have family emergency going on right now. He's got to be with mom at all times right now in case I have to go to the hospital.
Clear, multiple magazines for backpack as well.
So he took a nice nap today. He's got to be on my schedule right now, just
Slow down.
make sure we can be out the door if need be.
Clear on that.
Knock down that area for them so they can do their work.
They're clearing the area so that EMS can do their work. They're doing roadblock.
Clear badge 6, Lansing badge 6, block off Lake Lansing and Large, please.
From the sounds of it, yes.
If you want more on scene with that.
I just don't understand because they were getting reports of shooters in vehicles.
High Street in Lake Lansing, in addition to East Street in Lake Lansing, or all the way out to Cedar.
They're basically going to be, they're blocking off. I'm going to go ahead and turn off the scanner, guys. They said that they're basically blocking off the buildings that need to be blocked off right now. They're trying to close those off, the streets around them. And the suspect shot himself. I do believe he would be, they pronounced him DOA. It's sad. It's sad. And it's been confirmed so far. Before he shot himself, there was already 3 dead, 5 in the hospital in critical condition. There were several shootings taking place, obviously at the same time. As we heard, there were several where there was a silver vehicle. But that could have been anywhere in the Lansing or the area of Lansing, and just things sparking up and people freaking out. I guess I don't know. It's something, dude. It's something. I'm not sure what's happening with you, but thank you, Christy. Just unexpected family emergency, and things are critical right now, I guess. Myself, this right here honestly was like it was a distraction for me to go, even though this is a horrible situation, it is a distraction for my mind from what's happening. Yeah, so yeah, thank you, Luann. I appreciate it. My last 2 work nights I've had to call in because it's at a point to where at the drop of a hat, if I gotta go, I gotta go. I can't be at work. No, you don't need to say it. I just want you to know I'm sending you prayers into your family. Thank you. I appreciate it so much, Christy. I really do. I appreciate all of the thoughts, the prayers, all of it. I appreciate it. Today we got some bad news, really bad news, but I'm one that puts forth, you put positive into the universe, you'll get positive back. Put negative, you get negative. So we're trying to stay positive as a family, This looks to be like that we're watching one of the main things. I can go ahead and unmute this.
When we were on the oncology floor, my son was sick, her daughter had leukemia, and we were at Children's Hospital. That's how we met at 3 a.m. in the hallway. And Ava was battling leukemia.
The police led you to, then it was a procedure of texting friends and family and stuff like that. And hearing from other friends, like, are they in similar situations where they're kind of running around on campus, where they're trying to, like, what are they telling you? What are they doing?
I know some other of my friends. They're in their dorm rooms. They're safe in their dorm rooms as well. Some other ones. Do we know anybody that's running around like that?
Everyone I've heard has been just sitting in place because we were all sitting in the dining hall and you weren't allowed to leave, and then all of a sudden I could go and didn't think twice. It was just kind of just book it and get out of town.
It's a natural instinct to just run.
And then we just heard go again, and we had the parking lot now here.
Like I was students' reaction to what's been happening on the campus of Michigan State University. Again, we were expecting a press briefing at midnight. That has been pushed back about 15 or 20 minutes. So we are waiting to see why that is and what new information they may have for us. We are also expecting to do a Zoom call with a school security expert who has a daughter who attends MSU. So we are waiting to establish
I
communication.
do know that they're
with-
asking
oh, I believe Jason
parents
there.
if you have
Jason,
any
is this you,
students
Jason Russell?
to please stay back away from the
Yes, it
campus
is.
right now.
Jason, thank you so much for joining us. You are
They may
actually
be
joining us from
releasing
Texas,
that
but did I
request here
understand it
very
correctly that
soon.
you have a daughter who attends MSU?
Being that
Yeah, I'm actually in Texas to talk to them about trying to
suspect
prepare
has
for
shot
active
himself.
violent situations. And yeah, my daughter's a senior at MSU, and she's safe tonight, which is really good.
And so you actually are a secure consultant, and so you kind of do this for, you prepare schools for this kind of situation.
Yeah, so we work with schools all around the country, including schools right there in the Lansing area, on how to prepare for these types of situations. And unfortunately, this has become all too common, and that's really why we exist. So hopefully, give people a little bit of
Cristola, I
information and
changed
training
my
they can use to
avatar
keep
just for you.
themselves safe.
And so kind of talk us through what students or people on campus have been going through the last several hours.
You're
once
welcome.
this shelter-in-place order went through.
You know what? Once you get the information, obviously you want to try to keep yourself safe and monitor the situation as best you can. It sounds to me, as I've been watching, and I think when you get the briefing here shortly, it sounds like they may have found the suspect based on my sources over there within the last few minutes. But you keep yourself safe and continue to monitor the situation. We're getting lots of different calls coming in of shots fired.
I will probably
Police are doing a really good job of systematically
stay
searching the area,
live
trying to.
up through the briefing, and then I'll probably end this out for the night, guys. Again, if I do get a call and I gotta go, I have to go immediately. So
Going on now for a number of hours, because the suspect is still presumably at large. How long do you anticipate this shelter in place to last?
I think that that update that you're going to get pretty soon will be that the suspect isn't that large anymore, just based on some information that I'm getting from sources over there. But still, the clearing and making sure that everybody
so again, us
is,
listening to the scanner,
is
we
safe
already
and that all
know
areas have been searched. We'll
information.
probably go on through
Obviously,
the
the
night and into
reporter
the
don't.
morning. They have multiple jurisdictions there. You're talking about a massive campus, so it's going to take a long time to get that area cleared.
Right. And again, pardon me if you mention this because I'm having a little bit difficult time hearing you. Is your daughter safe?
Yeah, she's safe. I was able to reach out to her right away and found out that she was safe. She lives right across the street in some apartments, and she's safe.
All right, Jason Russell, thank you so much. We really appreciate it. And I'm so thankful that your family is safe tonight.
Thank you.
All right, do I understand that the briefing has begun? Oh, pardon me.
Sorry, guys,
Okay,
for the
we're
echo. I'm trying
expecting
to
this
stop it.
start any moment now. Again, it was originally scheduled to start at midnight. For some reason, at the last moment, they postponed it to start in about maybe 10 minutes from now. But to recap, 3 people have lost their lives tonight. 5 people have been severely hurt with what has been described are life-threatening injuries after a shooting on the campus of Michigan State University. It all started about 8:15, 8:18 or so. It's when the first 911 calls came in at Berkey Hall. A second scene right next door at the MSU Union Building where other victims were found. It didn't take very long for MSU police and other responding units to arrive there, but the suspect left, described as an African-American male, short in stature, wearing red shoes, a baseball cap, denim jacket, and a hoodie. A shelter in place still remains because presumably he is still in the area. All activities on campus canceled for the next 48 hours, including public schools in the East Lansing Public School District, K through 12. Governor Whitmer issued a statement earlier asking people to keep their thoughts and prayers. We want to listen in now to WXYZ and their coverage. of
Okay,
events unfolding
I
in
absolutely cannot do that reporter anymore. I'm sorry, you guys. I really cannot. The dry mouth and the smacking I can't do. I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to find something else, I think, because I cannot do that any longer. That's I can't. Was it driving anybody else as nuts as it was driving me? Because obviously it's got me frazzled. I can't do that. No. That show was driving me crazy. Let's go back to here.
Oftentimes not factual, so I would urge them to.
We're gonna remove this one.
With their kids or students, tell them to shelter in place, to
Stop.
do what they need to do to barricade their doors and do the things that we've taught the
Yes,
community.
thank you. I'm not the only one. I'm like, oh my god. Take him off live.
Is headed there. We're sending our resources, our SWAT. I'm headed there. We're bringing drones, our mobile command, anything that could be of assistance. And if we don't need all that, that's great.
We need all it, then it's going to be there with us.
It was
How
driving
many
me
people would you say
insane.
are coming from Oakland County to head over there? I can't even put a number on it. A lot.
Where's Costola? She's still around?
Yeah, you're talking like probably hundreds of or dozens of deputies.
Well, I know dozens are already on the way, but the page is going out to get more of our special assets, our SWAT, our tactical people, our armored personnel carriers, any kind of equipment. I have some of our drones being boxed up. Anything that we can possibly think of, we're going to send. If we don't need it, that's fine. If we need it, it's going to be there. If they need it, we're going to be there. So we're all headed that way.
Sheriff Mike Bouchard talking to us earlier tonight.
And right now, though, we're going to check in with Randy Wimbley. We understand he is live near Lake Lansing Road at a potential scene. Randy, what do you know?
Hey guys, we're over here at East and Lake Lansing. I want to show you what's going on behind me. This intersection is blocked off. You see a mass of police cruisers there. An EMS unit just rolled out of here a few moments ago. So this is scene just developed about 15 minutes or so ago. We just got wind of it about 10 minutes ago and raced over here from Sparrow Hospital. We believe that this may have something to do with, obviously, the suspect for this mass shooting at MSU. Nothing from police just yet, and this could be very well why that midnight briefing was postponed because of the developments that are happening here. Right here, and I'm just hearing that one of my colleagues just confirmed with MSU PD that the suspect was found dead. That's what we suspected, what we heard. Some unconfirmed reports. I heard it from another source as well. My colleague Jessica Dupnack just now confirming it with someone else that the suspect was found dead here near East and Lake Lansing. That's why you see all of these police cruisers here, and likely his body was in that EMS unit that just rolled out of here shortly before we came on air. Again, this scene, this development just happening. Police, from what I understand, found the suspect here, but it's unclear at the moment if they found him with a self-inflicted gunshot wound or if when they confronted him, he...
And if you were
took his
here
own life
joining us
at that
earlier,
point.
we do
That
know
much is
that
unclear,
it
but
was
we can say
self-inflicted.
with a great deal of certainty
That was took
sources
place
that I have,
live on the
source
scanners.
what Jessica Dupnack, a colleague, what she heard, what she is confirming from someone else that the suspect in the shooting at MSU had a self-inflicted gunshot wound. That is the cause of this scene here, and he was likely in the EMS unit that just rolled out of here about 5 minutes ago. And so likely that is why that press conference at noon was postponed. Again, we're east in Lake Lansing, a couple of miles away from the campus. While we were at Sparrow Hospital, we saw a few police cruisers jet from that location, racing down the street, coming over here, and now we know and we can see why.
Randy,
3 people dead, 5 people injured. They are in Sparrow Hospital with serious injuries. Roop, go ahead.
No, Randy, thank you for summing that up. Yes, it's just a terrible, dark day in mid-Michigan tonight, in Lansing. This scanner traffic that we had heard initially was something along the lines of this person may have shot
Can
himself.
you guys
It's not
still
clear
hear
tonight
them
if that's what happened
when
or
I
he was
mute?
shot by police. That's still unfolding, right?
That I'm hearing that he may have, this was a self-inflicted gunshot wound, but we don't know that for certain. We have not heard that coming from the chief of MSU PD, so we can't say with certainty how it happened, but that he was somehow shot, whether by an officer or a self-inflicted gunshot wound. He was shot some way, somehow, and we saw an EMS unit roll out of here about 5-7 minutes ago.
And I think that was coming also from scanner traffic. Randy, a lot of people had said that he was spotted on Lake Lansing Road near Larch. Police approached him, and when they did, that's when he may have taken his own life. We're waiting for confirmation. At 12:20, we're told that the police are going to update us with a press conference. We plan to stream it live. But it seems like when you're looking at that scene behind you, it does not seem like a scene of urgency. It does seem like perhaps that is the case.
Well, and so in light of that, and I'm glad that you pointed that out, when we first
I
arrived
thought
here,
he was
before we got
inside
our
one of the
camera up,
buildings.
this scene.
At least that's what I was gathering. Please tell me I'm not losing my internet right now. Stop loading. Sometimes my internet likes to reboot. I'm sorry, guys. Oh, please don't do it. No, 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 no. If it kicks me, I will be back. I will come right back, obviously. Oh, come on. Oh.
On or near MSU campus has occurred. Secure in place or
We're gonna
evacuate
switch that out.
safely. Run, hide, fight. Call 911 to report suspicious activity.
Just so that way we can listen to the
Essentially, the shooting is ongoing. The suspect that they're looking for,
the news briefing, and then I'm gonna go ahead and close down for the evening.
one at Berkey Hall, the other at IM East, which is the intramural building east, about 20 minutes away. And now,
According to a young man who is an MSU grad, sending me screenshots of a text message that he just received from MSU police, alerting them of the shooting that is ongoing as of 10:04 p.m. To say that this scene is active is an understatement. It is very active right now, so much so that the shooter is not in custody. We know that people are sheltering in place, and we also know that as of a few minutes ago, 4 minutes ago, there was yet another alert sent to students indicating that perhaps there was another shooting or that the shooting is ongoing. Now, keep in mind, these are automated text messages that go out to students. Is this something that automatically went out to alert them of kind of the standard message, the template that went out to say, hey, stay where you're at because we're still dealing with this? Or is it yet another shooting, perhaps the third incident in which they believe one suspect is responsible? We can't confirm that at the moment, but I can confirm to you.
Go back.
Where 3 people have lost their lives.
No, 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 not this guy. Not this guy.
Transported to area hospitals.
I can't with that guy.
Cerro Hospital.
Stop him. Shut him up. Make him go away. I'm sorry. I'm torturing him. He's torturing me though. Let's see. That's that guy. We don't want. Let's see.
All clear, but they can't do that until they can do that, right?
Absolutely, absolutely. So I would expect that if this is related, as we surmise that, I mean, this briefing, they want to give people the all clear. They want to let them know right away. And so we will hear that if that's the case, that this 12:20 briefing, because they want to resolve it. I'll also say this, that even though if this isn't all clear, if it's a situation where the suspect is is no longer a threat for whatever reason, that still doesn't mean to just start moving about the campus. It still doesn't mean, just to start rushing out of the rooms and sit there. There's a lot that needs to take place. There's a lot of investigating and a lot of things that need to take place so that the police can do their due diligence in figuring out why
especially if
this
the
happened.
students are
And
in a building,
this
that
person is
was
altogether.
victim
As we continue to take another live
this.
look at the location where Nick Monticelli is reporting from, this is East and
In
Lake
case they've
Lansing,
seen anything,
where,
then they can
again,
get their
something is
witnesses.
going on. We don't know what. Darnell, as you look at these live
So of course they don't want you to
we
just go
see
rushing
the
out the
crime
building.
tape. We see the way in which police officers are moving, not necessarily with a sense of urgency, but definitely enough of them to signify that something is going on. What do these pictures tell you?
That this is an active crime scene. That something has occurred here, and most likely, if there's a victim, that victim is deceased because of the lack of urgency. That whatever is going on,
Scary, very scary,
this
man.
is something that they're going to be investigating for a little while. And again, if
The
there's
most
a victim
recent
here,
Michigan
there's no
shooting
ambulance
that took
on
place,
scene
I think,
that
an
have
hour
seen
from me.
in this or anything. So it's something that they're definitely going to be investigating.
That is often a sign we watch for, is kind of the urgency among the first responders, and we're not exactly
I
seeing
think
that at the moment.
this is way closer than 3 to 4 hours from me, actually.
Well, we
I was
are
thinking this was
about
in Detroit for some
2 minutes
reason.
or so away from what we have as scheduled, at least as the next briefing. We're not.
Hey, boy. Hey, buddy.
Let's get Nick. Let's get back to you there. To Darnell's point,
down.
not seeing a lot of urgency right now on this scene. I mean, you've got a huge presence, but not a lot of coming and going.
It's an hour and 18 minutes from me.
Right, and I can confirm for you that is because
An hour
there
and a half
is a
away from
body
me.
in the street over there. And as Darnell was talking about, and as CNN is reporting, they believe
Yeah, I
that's
thought it was
the
3 to 4
gunman who,
hours.
has
I was
died
thinking
from
it
a
was in
self-inflicted
Detroit for
gunshot
some
wound.
reason.
So, as I
Can
mentioned
tell I'm
earlier,
not really
we are
with
not
all
going
of
to be
my
moving
thoughts
this
in my
camera
head
in
right
any way,
now.
shape, or form because we don't want to show you that body. But I can tell you that this is a situation where the presumed gunman has taken his own life. Again, these are unconfirmed reports.
Yep.
This is according to
Thankfully,
CNN and some other
Luann.
sources out here, but that's what we're hearing. And I can confirm for you that there is a body
The sad
out
thing
here on
is-
the road. So, to Darnell's point, the conversation about the lack of
You're not always
urgency,
safe in even a locked
with
building
the
anymore,
officers out
especially if you
here,
get
that
those
would, again,
jerk neighbors that leave the door
put two and
open,
two
you
together
know?
for you that they
That
are
put a
likely
rock in
a
front of that
situation now
door.
where they believe there is no longer a
So
threat.
that way it don't
Again,
latch
please
shut.
don't,
It's scary, man.
we
People
have
do
to
some
wait to get
strange
us
things
officially
these days.
from the Michigan State Police captain, or I'm
Hey.
sorry,
What you doing?
chief,
Get the
who
box
will
on
be
top.
holding that press conference
Get
very
up on
soon.
top.
But we now know
Hey,
why
on
this has
top
been
of it.
delayed so much. And I can also tell you
Oh.
that there was a police helicopter
Your Lego
circling
box
above
is
us
on
for the
top of it.
past, 10 minutes or so, and that helicopter
Oh, you want
just
cars?
left.
Okay.
Yet another indication of why most
What are you
are
saying
presuming
sorry
that
for?
this incident could likely be over, and it's possible that the gunman has taken his own life here right in the middle of the street.
And we
Well, that's where it stands right now at 12:20
Yeah,
a.m.
I'll be awake.
We are waiting
I'm
now
having
this
problems
briefing to
sleeping
get
right now. There's
underway.
too much.
They may have to be waiting for further information to come to them from the scene. You're
This is
seeing
honestly
right now. Mara
a sad
McDonald described
but
it earlier.
a distraction
All of
from
those
my
police
real world
cars
right now.
suddenly leaving the area around the
My
Michigan
real
State
world
Union.
feels like this right here.
Nick Monticelli, they're on the scene, leaving Sparrow Hospital to follow the action, and this is where it's taken us.
But we
4
were
hours
listening
after
to the
first
scanner
shots were
earlier.
fired
If
at
you're
Berkey
just
Hall
popping
on
in,
Michigan State's
you're more than
campus.
welcome to go back in
As
the
we
stream a little
approach
bit.
12:21, obviously
Just
that news
before I had
conference,
turned off the
will
scanner,
probably be delayed.
they
Is
were
delayed,
reporting on the active
maybe
live
because of
scanner
this new information
that the suspect
we hopefully will get confirmation here. These live pictures of East
it was a
and
self-inflicted
Lake
wound.
Lansing, where you see multiple
police vehicles
And as we can
police
see,
officers,
like they were
as well
saying,
as crime tape, which would signify that there is
they're not moving around very quick.
a body,
So
a fatality. So
they did say it would be a
we're just waiting
DOA.
for more information and getting
There's already
confirmation.
for victim wise
We
3
know at the
dead,
very least,
5
the
injured,
next 48 hours of
and of them
activity at
5,
the university,
there's
everything
3
scheduled,
critical. Or there's
university
a
related has
few
been
critical.
canceled. It's going
That's
to
what
take
they
a lot
said.
more than
There's several
48
critical
hours for a lot of people to
out of the
recover from
5
what's happened
taken.
today. And
I'll be
sadly, some
awake.
will never recover. We know that 3 people are dead.
Just kind of waiting until
5
this
in the
press conference
hospital right now
happens, and
trying
then
to
I'll probably
recover
shut
from
this
their
down,
wounds.
Priscilla.
And we know that some of those wounds are life-threatening.
And just because maybe we hope we are getting to the end of this, it doesn't mean that people should just file out into the streets and see what's going on. You know, the police have they have a lot of work ahead of them. There are multiple crime scenes to investigate. You mentioned things that are being canceled, even East Lansing Public Schools. We got word that they won't be in session tomorrow. So a lot to go through, a lot to figure out, and we still have victims who are hospitalized, who we are trying to learn more about their conditions, but we know that some of them are in serious condition from that last update that we received from our press conference at 11 o'clock.
State capitol not too far away. We know a lot of legislative activity. In fact, there's a map showing you that. State capitol in Lansing, not too far away, and a lot of legislative activity is being canceled for tomorrow as well. We'll continue to follow that. Not exactly certain which hearings, but this is obviously going to be a moment that's going to be marked tomorrow in the state capitol. We've already heard from the governor tonight. So many others. Graduates, this campus churns out many of the people who end up going on to leave this state. And it's such a massive university. Alumni are spread, and you're talking about thousands and thousands and thousands of alumni spread out all over the world. Been watching that as well. A lot of Spartan hearts breaking everywhere as people have tuned in to see what's going on from everywhere that they've been getting. Apparently CNN was carrying us for been carrying us for much of the evening. So I've heard from friends in Nashville, friends in Los Angeles, all over, and that MSU brand carries so far and wide because it is such an enormous university.
More than 50,000 students, which and some of them even international. And you think of all the parents who are concerned and watching and wanting information, who might not be able to contact their students, and just how scary that is. We heard from Kim Adams earlier, who has a daughter there, and and a friend of hers who has a daughter who also survived the Oxford high school shooting, and now
one of several who've now been through 2 mass shootings in the span of about 13, 14 months. It's unimaginable.
Just incredible.
Yeah.
Just incredible.
And we're going to hear, as these days go forward, we're going to have many more stories again of just the abject horror that sets in when you start hearing gunfire in the room next door, or if you happen to be in that room, in that building. It started at Berkey Hall, then moved to the Student Union. I don't have to tell you how busy student unions are on campuses everywhere. And that was the last indication of that we had of shootings taking place, even though there were a lot of rumors running around that there was a lot of gunfire that moved on elsewhere. Police so far only confirming those 2 locations, but it would seem enough.
I'm going to leave that playing in the background, but I have pulled up in my Google Maps the coverage of the area, so that way everybody can kind of get an idea of what our layout.
Put together for this evening, and so we expect here shortly we will be getting an update. But I have not seen any kind of all clear or anything being given yet. But let's.
So they do have all of this shut down in here. The roads follow or around these buildings. Let me see.
Series of events that have occurred here this evening.
Oh.
We've had a tremendous amount of support.
Of course, and now it comes on.
To include our law enforcement partners
who are
here with me at the moment as well. Standing at the far right, we have Eagle County Prosecutor John Dwayne. Next to him, we have Sheriff Scott Wigglesworth.
Special Agent in Charge of FBI, Jim Taraska, and you've already met Deputy Chief Chris Rosman. Wanted to thank you for coming.
Let me know if you guys can still hear this if I mute.
Our community in regards to tonight's events. We will get directly to the most recent update with that, and then we'll have comment and questions.
I don't want to stay muted if you guys can't hear it.
Thank you, Chief. Again, Chris Rosman, Deputy Chief with Michigan State University Police and Public Safety. So we start tonight by sharing an important update. And that update is the suspect in this incident was located outside of the MSU campus. And it does appear that that suspect has
if I mute it, can you hear
from
it?
a self-inflicted gunshot wound. It is confirmed that he is deceased. This truly has been a nightmare that we are living tonight, but we have remained laser focused on the safety of our campus, our students, and the surrounding community. We are relieved to no longer have an active threat on campus, while we realize that there is so much healing that will need to take place after this. Again, to reiterate the update, there is no longer a threat to campus. We believe there to only be one shooter in this incident, and there is no longer a need to shelter in place on campus. There is no longer a threat on campus. We are sad to report that there have been 3 confirmed fatalities. This is in addition to the 5 victims who were injured and transported to the hospital. Some of those 5 victims still have life-threatening injuries. Out of respect for the families, and while we continue our active investigation, we cannot confirm any personal information about any of the victims at this time. Again, we want to reiterate to everybody that we know there is a lot of information that's being shared on social media and being said on the scanner. Please continue to get your information from us. We are committed to sharing timely and transparent information. Our hearts are with those who have been affected by this senseless act of violence. Giving an update like this is never easy. As a father, I can only imagine how parents are feeling right now. This will be the beginning of a long healing process for everyone who has been affected. That is the initial information that we're able to share at this point. I'll conclude by saying again that this is still a fluid situation. There are several different crime scenes that we are processing with our state and federal partners. And there's a lot of work that still needs to be done. At this time, I'm going to turn it over to Special Agent in Charge, James Taraska from the FBI.
Thanks, Chris. Good evening. I'm Jim Taraska, Special Agent in Charge of the FBI in Michigan. Our hearts go out to the victims, their families, and the entire community. I'd like to thank Chief Lynch for your leadership tonight and your partnership. This evening, FBI agents and our response teams joined our law enforcement partners to assist in investigating this horrific incident. We will continue to investigate till we are sure no further threat is posed to the public, which at this point, we're pretty clear it's not. Additionally, we will provide victim services to all students impacted by this incident. We're asking the public, in addition to the other numbers provided to call in for information, we have the 1-800-CALL-FBI number. Please feel free to use that. Call in any tips. This is an ongoing investigation. We'll continue investigating throughout the night and likely days. So with that, Chief, thank you. Thank you.
In addition to the FBI tip line, we have countless investigators from not only the MSU Police and Public Safety, but our local, county, state, and federal partners assisting us with this investigation, and there still is a lot to do. I'm going to provide another 800 number and email address for anybody that may have any information that will help our investigators as we put the pieces together for this incident. That phone number, and we'll also share it on our social media, is 844-99-MSUPD. Again, 844-99-MSUPD. And our tip line is tips, TIPS, at police.msu.edu. Our investigators will continue to work tonight and around the clock to process the crime scenes and start to put the pieces together to try to understand what happened here tonight. At this time, we will open it up for a couple questions. I just want to say, please understand that we are sharing information as quick as we can. There's a lot that we don't know at this point. This is still dynamic, it's still fluid, and we will do our best to answer your questions. I'll start right here in the front.
Is the suspect a faculty member, a student? What can you tell us about him?
So we are unsure of any affiliation that the suspect had to the university. Our investigators and officers are still working to determine his identity. Once his identity is determined, we will then look to what connection he may have had to our community here. But at this time, that's still part of our investigation.
Just a follow-up along the same lines, are the victims in this instance students?
So we continue to work to identify the victims in this case out of respect for their families. As we work through the process, we are not going to identify or confirm if any of the victims at this point are MSU students. That is something that we are quickly working to determine, and that will be a priority for us. In the back.
Can you describe if they're men or women for the victims?
I actually don't have that information. All we can confirm at this point is 3 fatalities at the scene on campus. And
I am
5
dropping the link in the chat for this news source.
That we have. However, we will work to determine the specific identity of those victims and their affiliation to campus, if any. Over here.
Were the shootings limited to the Union and Berkey? And then also, there were reports that the suspect was found with a backpack with magazines and another gun. Are you able to say if that's the case?
So the first question was the location of the shootings. We can confirm that the first shooting occurred at Berkey Hall, and the second subsequent shooting occurred at the
Any
MSU
streams
Union,
that we
which is,
watch, I'm
adjacent
dropping
to,
links to. This is to
Berkey
WZZM13.
Hall.
This is the lip smacking
Victims
guy.
were located at both of those locations. There were no other scenes or a shooting did not take place at any other location. There were erroneous reports that there were additional shooting scenes, and that is not true. The question about what the suspect had in his possession when he was contacted, I cannot confirm that right now. We did release some pictures of the suspect. I cannot confirm if he was possessing a bag at that time. Go over here.
Do we know what type of gun was used?
We do not at this point. We do not have that information. That will be part of this investigation in terms of what type of weapon was used. We do not have that information at this time. Our investigators are working. That's part of the investigation that we're putting the pieces together right now. Go over here.
Do you have any information about what the motive was for this?
We have absolutely no information right now on what the motive is, and I can't even begin to imagine what that motive would be. That will obviously be part of our investigation. I know that that is going to be a question that lingers on everybody's mind. We will do our best to determine that, but at this time we have no idea.
How many law enforcement officers, agents assisted you in this entire incident?
The initial response to the initial shooting was overwhelming. Every one of our law enforcement partners in Ingham County responded to the scene, and additional counties in this area showed up along with our federal partners. I'm comfortable saying in the hundreds. We had hundreds of law enforcement officers from university, local, county, state, and federal from the mid-Michigan area that descended on campus today in a coordinated effort to resolve this incident and secure our campus. In the back, News 6.
Do you know where the MSU president is, and do you know why we haven't heard from her?
I don't have that information right now. My understanding is that she is returning to campus and has been briefed on this incident, and I can only imagine what she's feeling at this point. Our focus up to this point has really been on the safety of our campus and the public safety operations at hand. And we have briefed not only our president, but our executive leadership team every step of the way. In addition to that, we activated our emergency operations center and put our plans in place that we have planned for an incident similar to this. We initiated those plans, and part of the reason that it was as smooth on our end as it was in this tragic situation was because of the pre-planning, the emergency plans, and the training that we do countywide for responding to active violence incident. In the back, great.
Can you confirm how many fatalities and injuries there were at each shooting location, and how many people were at those locations when the shooting started?
Sure. The question was how many victims were at each shooting scene. I unfortunately do not have that information. Out of an abundance of transparency, I can share that 2 of the fatalities were at Berkey Hall and 1 was at the MSU Union. The other 5 victims, I don't have the specific locations where they were. We also don't have specific information on how many students or people were in those buildings when the shooting occurred. I do know that there were students in those buildings. I don't have a specific number. I want to commend the students and our community on how they reacted when we sent out our emergency messaging, instructing people to shelter in place, to run, hide, fight. Our community listened, and that's why a lot of folks in those buildings were able to escape.
This is about an hour and a half from me.
I'm gonna go over here in the back.
You talked about collaboration and mass response. What led you to this guy? How did you find him?
So I actually don't have that information right now. The update that we provided about the contact that we had with the suspect off campus was very fluid and dynamic and occurred right before coming in here today. So unfortunately, I don't have that information on what led us to his location. He was contacted by law enforcement. He was contacted by law enforcement off campus. I cannot confirm that location right now. That scene is also being treated as a crime scene and is being investigated as we speak. We may have additional information to share relating to that.
Absolutely, Carrie. It could have been far worse than what's reported right now. It could be high double-digit numbers.
Are all of them still in critical condition? Are some in stable condition? What's the range of their condition?
So we do not have a current update on the 5 victims that are at the hospital. I am aware that they experienced life-threatening injuries. We hope to have an update from the hospital, and I think at future briefings, we will have a representative from the hospital here that may be able to share additional information as well. Sir.
Yeah, thank you. The shooting victims in Berkey, were they all in one location, such as a particular classroom?
So I don't have that information right now. That will be part of our investigation in terms of where the victims were located within the building. We don't have that information available to us right now. Right here.
Are there plans to close campus?
I want to address one more thing before I get off of here.
So at this point, we are declaring that campus will be closed for 48 hours. That is the current status right now.
I'm gonna go
That
ahead and
is
shut this down. I want to share one more thing with you guys. Now, this right here that I'm about to show you guys, it's gonna upset a few. I'm not gonna lie. Okay? Because I'll tell you what, when I was just watching and seeing this, or while I was looking for the links to the news stations that I had up, I found this. I will never understand why these bigger creators do this stupid shit. It like when people, I want you guys to see this. This right here is so very uncalled for, so disrespectful, not only to this family in the screen or in this thumbnail, but it's disrespectful to the members that are taking place right here. Do you see this? I want you all to see this. This right here is very uncalled for. This has Quentin Simon and Dre McRae in a screenshot that is a live titled for an active shooter in Michigan. This right here is clickbait to be all hell. And there's no wonder why they call him a tragedy pimp. Anything to try to... I just can't. I can't. These people make me sick to my stomach. It is so disrespectful. Not only to the victims that were just there tonight, but to the victims in this photo. In this thumbnail. This man needs to get his shit together. All right, guys. With that said, I'm now angry. I'm gonna get off of here, guys. I will talk to you all later. Okay. I wish this was a happier, fun live. Hopefully next time. Again, it may be a few before I come back on, depending on if I want to come live right away or not. But as for now, stay loyal, stay true, stay you. Love you. Bye.